And I gave the petition in item number 4.
4. 7 you are appearing.
Item number 3, my lord, we have the petition.
Yes, Mr. Mojumdar.
I'm telling a lordship, Lord. So far as the SBI case is concerned, my lord, the public servants are involved. So, my lord, we have taken sanction also to that extent and sanction also update. But the difficulty is this, my lord. I'm telling your lordship. Your lordship knows about the Rajesh Agarwal stuff. But it says, Lord, before declaring a account fraud, body item has to be there. Lord, they have. Now, my lord, the first instance when they have written a letter to us to file an FIR, but now this, my lord, the problem we are, my lord, facing that if we register an FIR and after that, as per the Supreme Court judgment, my lord, Rajesh Kumar Agarwal's judgment, if, my lord, the audio item concept is there, then if after, my lord, hearing the borrowers, if the bank feel that this is not, my lord, the account cannot be declared as a fraud, then, my lord, the entire procedure will be initiated before.
So, irrespective of that, if there is a civil case and there is a criminal case, Rajesh Agarwal dealt with a situation where there were civil consequences. Criminal consequences were not dealt with.
Only difficulty is this. Suppose we are trying to visualize this situation. But when, as per the Rajesh Agarwal judgment, that if the bank give them an opportunity of hearing regarding declare the account.
No, but that is a different aspect. Why are you sending it for sanction to the state government? I'm not bothered about.
No, sanction, your lordship's judgment is very clear. I have gone through your lordship's judgment, and subsequently this judgment also followed. Honorable Supreme Court.
Good as well in A. Satish.
She has decided that issue.
So why I am on the point of why are you sending it for sanction? Why to the state government? You tell me. These cases are basically on the issue relating to sending it to the state government for sanction. You take your office.
I'm not passing any comment to that extent.
I am telling you one thing. It is for the investigation
case. Your lordship has decided long back, and subsequently, very recently, Supreme Court also.
So I am holding that wherever the investigating officer feels, you will be conducting a preliminary inquiry.
Yes.
Wherever you feel you deal with the bank authorities concerned.
Yes.
But this should not be the procedure that you will be sending it to the chief secretary and it will go in the garbage.
As your lordship.
To that extent, I am interfering. Rest, you take a decision whether to register FIR or not to register FIR.
But this your lordship's para is para 58 and 59. Long back, your lordship has decided this.
And this has not been set aside. It's pending before the Supreme Court, actually. And Satish Kumar's judgment is already there.
Already there.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Sen.
My lord, in this matter, this complaint was publication of fraud was 2020.
I am not entering into the fraud. That is the investigating officer's discretion.
But Rajesh Agarwal doesn't apply. My first sentence.
I am not entering into. They are saying something. Submission is something different. Action is something different. I am not. If the investigating officer doesn't feel that a case is made out, that's a separate case. Now you have come at a stage when they are taking up the umbrella that since sanction is pending before the chief secretary, we are unable to do anything. So that is not the finding of the investigation. That because of Rajesh Agarwal, bank has not granted that opportunity of audio alterum partem. This is not the ground over here. Your investigating officer obviously is at liberty to think, apply his mind, take opinion, earn from the superiors, collect the materials, whether the same has been done in accordance with law, and then say. That's a different aspect totally.
Don't quote me, but I have long back your lordship decided this issue, and recently, the Supreme Court also decided.
This should be actually. How can otherwise say all offices will be at Delhi, no offices will be at other states.
Para 58 of your lordship's judgment, your lordship categorically dealt with this point. Satish Kumar also, if your lordship wants to rely on Satish Kumar,
telling you.
I understand.
And also, Rajesh Agarwal get first line. No opportunity being heard. Finally, but they are saying that to inquire it. So.
No, Milord, I am telling your lordship. So
I am not entering into the zone of Rajesh Agarwal. It is for you to clarify, but you have not taken up that point. That is the difficulty. What you are taking up is that chief secretary is not granting permission.
In a lot of cases, CBI is facing only this problem. So far as Rajesh Agarwal is concerned, in the first instance,
that is for the bank and you and the bank. That has got nothing to do with.
Kindly clarify that also.
That is not they will make it happen.
No.
Perhaps he is not. What I am saying.
Sir, what is the difficulty is that before declaring a person fraud, you have got to give an opportunity. That's a different aspect of the matter.
No, I'm trying to visualize the situation.
I'm recording, Mr. Mujumdar, your submission.
Yes.
I'm saying that the cause of action in this case is not the same. I'm saying that since the plea taken up by the SBI is that the communications which are that it is pending for sanction from the chief secretary is not applicable to public sector undertakings, nationalized banks which are in the but up to that only, nothing more than that. It will now for the CBI to proceed with the investigation, to proceed in accordance with, not with in accordance with. Thereafter, you check, you will ask the bank authorities that whether they have given the opportunity of hearing, declare it to be that is between you and the bank.
But initially, I was also not agree with my officer's view, but subsequently, when I applied his mind, I find that in the first instance, if bank says, if the SBI says you register, this is the complaint, you please register the FIR.
What you do, Mr. Mojumdar, that is between you and the bank. State government has got nothing to do with it.
That is true.
Simply, I'm clarifying that part
That's
only.
your lordship.
You ask them that comply with Rajesh Agarwal and lodge the complaint.
Yes.
That is, you will ask the complainant to do.
Yes.
But chief secretary will not grant sanction.
Law is very settled to that extent.
May I just say one thing?
কি হলো টাকা নিয়ে
I am RBI, I am not the borrower. But I am just saying that the declaration of fraud is by as per the circular, my lord. The declaration is done by RBI after hearing everyone. There is no challenge regarding that whether the declaration of fraud is wrong or not.
এ বাবা সিবিআই কে অপোজ করছে
No, no, I am saying
হ্যাঁ
that
কি
there is
অবস্থা
no-
হ্যাঁ?
there is
আর
no-
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে
So far as FIR is concerned, my lord.
ওই আমি রাজেশ আগরওয়াল ক্রিমিনাল কেসে অ্যাপ্লাই করে কিনা আমার খুব ডাউট
Challenge whether he was wrong or not.
Borrower is
That
not
has
telling
never come up.
চলো চলো
CBI is telling.
I am telling, visualize the situation.
আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড ওই বেকার কাজ
Tomorrow, they sit with the borrower and say, this
আচ্ছা
is complaint
পিটিশনার
fraud.
অলরেডি
Then what does CBI
who is
do?
along with SBI who has come
Super bank, my lord, item.
no and another SBI and another
3, 4, and 7.
উফ জ্বালাতন সকালবেলা রিজিনাল ম্যানেজার একই আচ্ছা the petitioners being State Bank of India and its regional manager has approached the escort being aggrieved by the act and action of the respondent number 5 full stop the response which has been received by the petitioner from the respondent number 5 is to the extent that where is that communication you have received from the CBI? Page 20. 20. আচ্ছা কি বললাম
The response which has been received by the petitioner from the respondent number 5 is to the extent that
is
to the extent that
that since the sanction is pending with the additional chief secretary home and hill affairs government of West Bengal, the CBI SEB Kolkata is not in a position to proceed with regard to the complaint dated 6/4/2022. Full stop. The same has been signed by the DIG and head of branch CBI SEB Kolkata. In acha Mr. Mojumdar next paragraph Mr. Mojumdar Lane DSGI refer us to the judgment end of Rajesh Agarwal ki acha State Bank of India give me the judgment sir.
Yes.
Acha State Bank of India and others versus Rajesh Agarwal and others versus লিখেছো Rajesh Agarwal reported in 2023 6 SCC 1 full stop. Acha the said judgment do not refer to any circumstance where the permission of the state government or its officers are required for the CBI to register cases to register FIR in proper cases. So far as the parameters of of Rajesh Agarwal Supra is concerned, that is intercede between the bank and the CBI, and the state government has no role to play in the same. Accordingly, this court earlier in Vinay Mishra versus CBI and others, 2021 SCC Online Cal 2160 has already laid down the law. Paragraph 58 of the said judgment is relevant, which reads as follows. Acha, the Honorable Supreme Court very recently in
Satish.
what was it? Satish
CBI versus A. Satish Kumar.
CBI versus A. Satish Kumar
January 2025.
has also dealt with similar circumstances and has been pleased to observe in paragraphs 25, 26, 27, 28 and 29 as follows. Full stop. In view of the aforesaid, CBI is not required to take any permission in respect of any public central government and offices, public sector, public sector undertaking,
Different states.
and or other public sector companies. Full stop. So far as the present case is concerned, if there are other issues, CBI, the concerned officer of the CBI will deal with the bank. But so far as the reasons so assigned by the DIG, DIG CBI in its communication dated 7/8/2024 to the regional manager State Bank of India is concerned, the same is not acceptable to the court. Accordingly, CBI is directed to proceed in accordance with law after they interact with the complainant or the responsible officer of the bank. And if they have any issues, it would be the bank who would answer the same whether there has been in compliance with the judgment of State Bank of India versus Rajesh Agarwal. Full stop. With the aforesaid 8 observations. Yes. No, how can that be, sir? No, but the last part has been there.
Yes.
There is a single line which will be creating a problem for the CBI.
Well, kindly see para 39 and 40 once. Para 39 and 40. Well, kindly see para 39 and 40. First, Milord, kindly see para 39 and 40. The chapter 8 of the master direction of frauds provide detailed procedure to be followed by the bank, forming an opinion to proceed with a criminal complaint against the borrowers. Under the said chapter, the lender
Yes,
bank
yes. After they have to be satisfied. Thereafter, they will give it.
However,
yes.
classification of the borrower's account does not simply lead to reporting of criminal complaint. There's a clear disjunctive.
That
Process
is
that
one
is
part. Milord, what is the fate? If Milord today we registered the case and tomorrow in compliance with Rajesh Agarwal, if Milord the fraud cannot be Milord is withdrawn.
Sir, a new system has been introduced by this was not in there in the. Can it be prospective, sir? And this was not in any procedure, sir.
Yes.
This is a judgment made law. Try to judgment made law. Huh?
I'm just saying every case we are asking them to comply with it. Now tomorrow if they say this is not fraud, then where the CBI will go? Enter investigation. Your lordship knows the manpower of CBI is very limited.
So this is a procedure which is correct to that extent. How will the bank know in 2000? There is no law to that extent.
No.
This is a judgment made law.
Yes.
The judgment end was delivered, I believe, March 27, 2023.
Right.
The complaint relates to 2022.
Yes.
So how will they follow that?
No. Now enter discretion in upon them. Now Milord, we have asked them please follow Rajesh Agarwal so that therefore avoid any complication.
When have you said them?
Milord, it was informed them, Milord. It was Milord, this is Milord, accused. Milord, don't quote me, but this is our policy decision now. That in so far as these cases are concerned, Milord, we are asking the bank, you follow Rajesh Agarwal and come.
Suppose the bank is unable to trace the person concerned, borrower concerned. This is maximum.
Taking interest.
Borrower, your lordship.
Permitted.
Maximum cases, what happened at this? Try to understand the ground reality. Maximum cases, borrowers are not traceable. They're enjoying the money, they're running.
My lord, he left. And the borrower is not coming.
You understand?
See, if they don't come, then the fraud will be, Milord, it will subsist. Then fraud will subsist.
Sir, one thing is this, you have got to say that you have declared this to be a fraud account.
Yes.
Sir.
No, but Reserve Bank guidelines was there in 1960. Accordingly, fraud was declared. And Reserve Bank accepted it. Accordingly, 2021, the perpetration fraud was made. 22, we reported to the CBI.
So that's for a different reason they were sitting on the matter.
Now, by the 2024, what I submitted, 2024, the new judgment came. Judgment specifically states no opportunity of being heard is required before FIR is lodged. And by saying this, again,
Very good. You declare it to be a fraud account, sir.
it is not required. RBI has declared.
Milord, not RBI. The bank, borrower bank has to declare.
If RBI, you refer to the RBI letter.
For 2016.
Where is your complaint where you have referred this to be a fraud account? Tell me.
Yes. Milord, kindly ask them.
Where? Complaint, show me.
As per the circular, my lord, bank declares it fraud.
Yes.
I have given a circular. The circular is followed by the bank. The bank, upon hearing the
Where is your complaint, sir?
Complaint, my lord.
Yes.
Complaint about.
আরে এখন হাতে দিলে হবে Where in the show me the line where you have declared it to be a fraud account.
Fraud, that time fraud is detected.
Ah.
We have to report.
Detected, not
Specified
declared.
format is there. We report to the fraud to the RBI.
RBI.
And then RBI said,
So you give it to
that
the
format is here.
which is the complaint you forwarded to the CBI.
This is the complaint, my lord.
Yes.
So what is the accusation? Only NPA.
No.
Then what?
He perpetrated fraud. He is a proprietorship.
Where
fraud.
is that written over there?
They did not declare the account to be fraud, my lord. To be very honest, my lord, kindly see it once.
RBI will declare it. We have to report to the RBI.
Now the new judgment has come into force. Now you have to declare it as a fraud account.
That judgment is prospective, gentlemen.
Which line, sir?
That system was there, but 2016 circular I brought it that you have to report fraud in a prescribed format. I will report the format of fraud.
But for public servant, it is not required, sir.
My lord.
For public servant, it is not.
No, my lord, that's why I told you, lordship. So far as SBI's case is concerned, public servant is.
So this is not required in this. case.
UBI, my lord, there is no.
UCO, I'm coming. UCO, I'm coming. So as this case is concerned, this observation is not required. Since the public servant is already involved, which they have quoted over there.
You can quote that, my lord.
अच्छा কি বললাম লাস্টে
This is a fraud, my lord, page number 3, my complaint.
They communicated with the complainant or the responsible officer of the bank, and if they have any issue, it will be bank to who would answer the same whether they are in compliance with the judgment of.
না ওটা দরকার নেই এটা ওইখানটা বলো এখানটা লেখো since in the case of State Bank of India public servant is involved there is no impediment in the CBI progressive with the case if their prima facie is satisfied on a preliminary inquiry after
Yes.
communicating with the bank
Following the preliminary inquiry.
কি বললাম full stop as such CBI is directed to proceed in accordance with law in view of the observations made by the Honorable Supreme Court as well as this court. Full stop. Server copies. I কিছু দরকার নেই
This submission of the bank, my lord.
that for other case you have a good case. Why are you unnecessarily delaying that? You have a public servant involved. Gello. Yes, UCO Bank. Come. 4 or 7.
Only 4 I am appearing. 7
Yes.
কাছে সব করছি।
আচ্ছা in
7 we have not.
so much আগের দিকে নম্বরটা নিন inadvertently in the order dated 8/6/2025 the number of the case has been wrongly recorded
7টা পরে কর।
as WPA 28273 of 2024. The correct number should be WPA 28723 of 2024. Serious? দিয়ে দিন স্টেট ব্যাংকের এটা ফেরত দিয়ে দিন না ওটা ইউকো রাখুন ওটা স্টেট ব্যাংক কেন দুটো ইউকো আছে yes 4 and 7 you are not appearing
4 I am appearing, but 7 I did not get.
7 whom have you served
We have served CBI. Lordship, I don't have any instruction.
by a common order will pass the
Same facts and circumstances, two sister entities, similar.
public servant involved
I wanted to instruct that should any involvement of a public servant is involved, we will not definitely understand. We have left the CBI senior as per the Supreme Court.
no but your complaint must state that
Lordship, I have to check it.
so how will CBI come in then
CBI comes in on the solicitor of the master circular itself. The obligation upon me to report an incidence of fraud to the CBI.
so that they will register FIR or not
Yes.
that is their discretion
But
if it is private party involved only
Well,
see CBI the DSP Act and the PC Act are one of the objectives if because they will start with a case with the public servant concern irrespective of the beneficiary is whoever are they
Well,
that has been the principle on which DSP Act has been operating since date if your complaint do not state regarding involvement of any public servant then only thing which I can help you is that I can say the same communication is irrelevant CBI will conduct a preliminary inquiry and then proceed in accordance with law.
But my lord, before that, my lord, so far as this case is concerned, your lordship knows no public servant is involved.
You conduct a preliminary inquiry, sir. Where will the bank officers go, sir? That's public sector undertaking.
No, here in this case, my lord, the Rajesh Agarwal need to be followed because they have.
That you deal with them. That you tell the bank to follow. But for the purpose that the chief secretary's permission is required.
Not stand in that way.
So you ask the bank to do, you conduct a preliminary inquiry and report to that this fraud has not been declared by the bank. That is why I am not. সব ব্যাংক ঝামেলা করে একটাও কাজ এমনি কাজ করছে না
I'm telling you, lordship.
Copy of the complaint has been declared fraud. But kindly see page 115 of that.
এইগুলো এই জন্য আমি ঢুকতে চাইছি না
It has been.
উইদাউট এফিডেভিটস এবার এফিডেভিটস বললেই মামলাগুলো শেষ হয়ে যাবে এফআইআর এর আগে যদি এফিডেভিটস এর ডিরেকশন ইউ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড দ্য কন্ডিশন
It will not.
After all, public money has been diluted. This is the greatest difficulty. Why, in case of public sector banks, I am just where is your communication from the CBI?
Page 118, my lord. 118.
My lord, annexure P8.
118.
My lord, will kindly see page
Just 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. 118. You don't have a 118 over here, sir. 113 is
111, perhaps 111. My lord,
item number 4, my lord.
111, perhaps.
কোনটা দিয়েছেন? এটা 7
August 8th of
28916, my lord. WPA 28916.
Mr. Mojumdar, 7 I am engaging you, and you do the same principle, the same, nothing else would happen. You understand? Unnecessarily this matters. একটা কাজ করবে না বলে যত ঝামেলা করে দিচ্ছে। সিবিআই এর কি বাংলায় থাকা সিবিআই এই অবস্থা হয়ে গেল নাকি?
See now that don't quote me, but Milord, now these are politicians. For Milord, the registered FIR, Milord, they have to declare it as a fraud.
You are not.
Exercise will be
Why don't you communicate that? You are not communicating that. Where is that? You are over here 118. You are saying chief secretary permission then you.
115. But kindly see 115, the second paragraph, my lord. 115, second paragraph.
नहीं तो. That the bank account on the internal report immediately declared account as reported to them. Then you gave an opportunity to this
Yes,
person.
my lord, fraud was declared. And my lord, kindly see 116, my lord, third paragraph, public servants are also, my lord, alleged, my lord.
Milord, these are to be declared by you.
No, no, my lord.
Not by RBI.
No, no, my lord.
এই বাবা এটা
As-
থানা পুলিশের মতো হয়ে যাচ্ছে তো। Preliminary inquiry, what for you do? You're not registering a case in preliminary inquiry.
That we can do.
হ্যাঁ,
We can
হ্যাঁ, ইউপি না হলে লোকের টাকা হয়ে যাচ্ছে, পুরো একদম শেষ হয়ে যাবে ন্যাশনালাইজ ব্যাংক
But public servants are also.
No, that is why they are supposed to do preliminary inquiry. This reason which has been granted in page 118 is not acceptable to me, sir.
then you can clarify without entering into that area.
They will proceed in accordance with law. But same. Acha, Mr. Sen, you are Somriddho Sen. Huh? You couldn't become a bit taller, sir. Huh? Tried. Huh?
personal arena.
Huh? So many gyms are there in the city. Huh? Have you tried or no?
Hyper.
You didn't try. You left it to the Almighty or what? Learned advocate, Mr. Sen, learned advocate appearing on behalf of the. এটা কার স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্টটা আবার একটা সিম্পল মামলা একটা বাজে গ্রাউন্ডে হয়ে আছে। Whose status report is this?
Lordship, 3 and 4, both matter, we have filed the status.
Oh, acha.
With
Status
respect
report
7, we don't have the instruction that
no objection to the 7. Status report কিন্তু খুব ডেঞ্জারাস আমি বলে দিচ্ছি কিন্তু। Just see you are following and sticking to that in spite of court direction. See, you got a status report, come to the last page, page 4,
Para 11.
paragraph 11. Huh? It's very unfortunate, sir. You're falling into the trap, sir.
Not that, Milord. The court permits you are ready to.
Court in each case will permit when the law has been declared not only by the High Court but by the Supreme Court. 141 is actually down.
So far as Sanction
That is something different.
this is concerned, I told them that just be for your order protection, otherwise the direction of
কবে বলে দিন তাহলে সব অফিস দিল্লিতেই থাকবে, কলকাতায় কোনো অফিস হবে না। ওদের এমপ্লয়ি এরা কেন করতে যাবে ইনভেস্টিগেশন, আমি বুঝতেও পারছি না। আচ্ছা ওইটা একটু এই ইউকো এইটা পেজ, আচ্ছা Mr. Sen advocate appearing on behalf of the UCO Bank refers to a communication made by the DIG and head of branch CBI ACB Kolkata dated 8/8/2024